What is going on YouTube? Espresso Shucko here, and today we are bringing Solgaleo and Xerneas to the ladder. We have Choice Scarfed Entei with Bulldoze to set off Solgaleo's weakness policy. If we don't want to play to that mode though, we have Snarl and Sacred Fire as two really good options for hitting things. We have Sacred Fire to potentially burn a target, we have Snarl to lower special attack. And finally we have Crunch for some raw coverage damage, just in case we need it. Solgaleo here, if we want to max it and play to the Bulldoze strategy, we have access to Steelspike and Quake to raise our defenses. We have Rock Slide to change the weather just in case we run into a Groudon or Kyogre team, because both of those things are super common. And if we want to get rid of their sun and rain, we can have the Rockfall to set sand. We can also play to Xerneas here with Geomancy and Dazzling Gleam. If we play to Xerneas as a potential Maxmon, that gives us Max Strike with Hyper Beam for some speed control. We can also set Misty Terrain to protect our team from status. We have two different redirectors as well, so hopefully Xerneas can be safe with setting up. We have Indeedee with Follow Me and Amoongus with Rage Powder. We also have Spore support on Amoongus and Clear Smog, so if we really want to remove an opponent's stat boosts, we do have the Clear Smog, and plus Clear Smog also checks accuracy, so that's fun. Finally, we have Shell Smash Blastoise on the team with Scald and Blizzard as our main attacking options. We can set up some residual damage with G-Max Cannonade, and we can also set a little bit of residual damage with Hail from Max Hailstorm. If Blastoise wears off its Gigantamax, we have Scald for potentially burning our targets, as well as not needing a cooldown period, as opposed to if we, say, ran Hydro Cannon. And if we have the Hail on the field, Blizzard's guaranteed to hit. So that's the team in a nutshell. I hope you guys are excited to try this out like I am. Let's jump into the campaign to entertain. Okay, we have Reshiram and Kyogre with Thundurus, Bronzong, Whimsicott, and Indeedee. Alright, so they have access to Psychic Terrain, they have Rain, they have Sun if they want to max Reshiram. Do they have Physical Thundurus or Support Thundurus? That could be Support Thundurus, which could be a bit of a problem. But, let's see. We can maybe go Solgaleo and Indeedee. We can maybe have Xern in the back and maybe Amoongus. Actually, I think we're gonna go Amoongus, Indeedee. Switch the order of those two and bring Xerneas. And I think that's what we're gonna try to do. I think we're gonna play to Solgaleo, but if we have to max Xerneas, we max Xerneas. Let's see what we do with this here. Yeah. So far, so good. I mean, the battle hasn't even started yet, but hey, so far, so good. Let's see, what does my opponent lead? Okay. Kyogre and Thundurus, so. That could be Airstream Thundurus. Kyogre's gonna get its rain off. I could Rockfall. I like the idea of Rockfall. And let's see right quick. If there's Support Thundurus, I'd rather pull something into Amoongus. I want to hit that Thundurus with the Rockfall and get the sand up, and then that's a little less pressure on Solgaleo. So what's it going to be? Dynamax Thundurus, okay, so maybe an Airstream is coming my way. That would make the most sense to me. So, the Cobra Berry is going to help Amoongus. We might be able to live. And if we do, that's awesome. Because what I could maybe even do is bring in Indeedee and Expanding Force the Kyogre. Even Helping Hand might not be bad. So we're gonna get our Rage Powder. I'm thinking, yeah, that is an Airstream, but we should be able to take this no problem, thanks to the Cobra Berry. Oh yeah, we took that no problem. That said, we're probably taking a Water Spout now, which, that's the real question. How well do we take the Water Spout? Oof, that's a lot of damage. Amoongus got the hold on, though, which is nice. Alright, so we get to keep our Amoongus and our Solgaleo this turn. But that's a horrible amount of damage that we just took there. Amoongus is hanging on with 5 HP. Alright. I think we max Quake. I think we... Yeah, I think we go for the max Quake into Kyogre. But I don't know about Amoongus. Spore would have been wonderful, but we didn't go for that. Yeah. Yeah, so that's good to know. If I had Spored Kyogre, that would have been amazing. We're gonna lose Amoongus, but that's fine. How much do we take? We get to hold on. Nice. So, we do get to hold on with Solgaleo. I think what we can do... I think we protect Xerneas this turn. Let Solgaleo go down. And then go for a Geomancy Follow Me. I think that's what we do here. What does my opponent have in the back? They have Reshiram, they have Bronzong and Indeedee, so I think Max Quake is still the way to go. And I think we protect here, because it looks like Thundurus is the only physical mon that my opponent has. Alright, so Xerneas does get to hold on there. Thundurus is at +3 speed, which is gross. We'll let Solgaleo go down. We'll bring in Indeedee. The fact that they just went for Water Spout again makes me wonder if they are either Choice Scarfed or... No, they're Life Orb. Never mind. That's just me not paying attention. Okay, so they're taking Life Orb damage. They're taking sand damage. They're getting a lot of damage into their own Kyogre, which is good for me. So I think we go for the Follow Me Geomancy. Because in one sense, Kyogre is going to go down to its own Life Orb recoil, and if they switch Kyogre out, great. Yeah, I really didn't handle this as well as I could have. What I should have did was I should have had a little bit more faith in Amoongus, gone for the Spore into Kyogre, and then gone for a Max Quake. So, luckily, that's Kyogre gone. Now, if Whimsicott comes in here and goes for something like Tailwind, great. They're already really fast. I don't think they do, though. Sand would chip a potential Focus Sash off Whimsicott, which is nice. Thundurus is naturally faster than Xerneas, too. So, with the +3 speed, it's not ideal, but I mean, it's not the end of the world. So, really, what do I want to do with Indeedee here? Because it's Bronzong that just came in. I don't think Thundurus has the firepower to get rid of Xerneas. But Xerneas by no means has enough power to get rid of Bronzong. So, we're going to Helping Hand. We should be able to live whatever Thundurus wants. Oh, they're going to go for Fly. Okay, that's fine with me. That's into the Indeedee slot. So at least this single target, Dazzling Gleam into Bronzong. Okay. They went for Trick Room. The Fly is going into Indeedee. Gyro Ball off of Bronzong could be bad. But I think we're going to go Follow Me with Indeedee here. I think we're... Yeah, because Bronzong's going to go before... Bronzong will go before Thundurus here. Oh, they go Protect. Okay. Alrighty. So, no point in going for the Helping Hand. I could have gone Protect on Indeedee there. I'm surprised they went Protect with Bronzong, but maybe what they wanted to do was let Indeedee go down so they can't redirect. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. We're going to go Dazzling Gleam. Well, at least hit Thundurus. Yeah, they're gonna go Iron Defense, which I'm okay with. We're gonna hit Bronzong hard. We get rid of Thundurus. We're getting closer on that Bronzong, which is nice. If Body Press is its only attack, I might be fine. That's the only thing that's holding me out right now, is if it's got Body Press. That Reshiram is concerning. Let's see, what do we got for Trick Room left? We have 2 turns of Trick Room. We're going to go for the Dazzling Gleam. I do resist that, which is nice. We have the +2 special defense. We get our Dazzling Gleam off. That was a crit on the Bronzong. That's awesome. Okay. Pretty sure this is the last turn of Trick Room. So, we Protect with Xerneas. Yeah, we definitely Protect with Xerneas. And then we Dazzling Gleam. I don't like how I played this, but it's okay. We got really lucky with the crit. That said, my plan was to Protect this turn anyways that just went by. And go for the Dazzling Gleam. So we do get Reshiram here, which is nice. And I'm pretty sure Bronzong was within enough of a range that it was going to go down to another one. So we do manage to win, but like I said, I really should have had a little bit more faith in Amoongus' bulk and gone for a Sport into the Kyogre. Because we know it was Life Orb, so that would have put Kyogre to sleep. And then we could have targeted on Thundurus again with Rockfall. I mean, we could have even gone for our own bulk and gone into Kyogre too, but hey, at the end of the day, it did luck out in my favor. So, good game to my opponent, and I'll just have to keep that stuff in mind for playing onward. Okay, this is interesting. We have Durant, Ninjask, Crustle, Tyranitar, Gyarados, and Dragapult. So, no restricteds. That's interesting. I kind of want to bring Blastoise and maybe Indeedee here. Xerneas might not be too bad in the back. And then... I mean, Solgaleo just straight up resists a lot of my opponent's stuff as well. So I think maybe we'll go Blastoise and Indeedee. And then Solgaleo in the back. And even maybe Amoongus. That Ninjask could have Baton Bass speed boost shenanigans, so that is something that I'll have to keep in mind, because Ninjask in doubles is just, it's interesting, but it's odd to me. So let's see. I do respect the Crustle, though. I do appreciate Crustle. Okay, so Dragapult and Ninjask. Alright. So, both of these things are going to be way faster than Blastoise. But that's alright. I think we go for the Shell Smash, and I think we follow me. If they Dragon Darts, that's okay. So... do I think their ally switch on this Dragapult? That might be screens. That could be a thing. I'm pretty sure Dragapult gets at least light screen. There's the Protect on Ninja, so it's gonna go for speed boost. Maybe they switch in Tyranitar with Baton Pass. Dragon Pulse off the Dragapult, okay. Indeedee's gonna take that, no problem. So, who do I think comes in? That's the real question. We're also going to Gigantamax this Blastoise, and we're going to go for the Cannonade. So, we're going to go for Cannonade, get the residual damage, and we're going to Expanding Force as well. I'm curious to see if this Dragapult has Phantom Force or not. Yeah. So, we'll get big with our Blastoise. We'll go for the Cannonade to get some damage in there. We got Solgaleo in the back, so really, once we get rid of this Dragapult, that's awesome. And plus, I really want to hit this Ninjask really hard, because whatever it wants to Baton Pass for, that's what I'm worried about. Is something it... Okay, maybe not. They're just going to go Leech Life. They picked up a KO into Indeedee. I'll respect that. Okay. We're going to get our Cannonade, though, right into Ninjask, so its speed boost is going to be gone. Maybe Thunder Wave on Dragapult? We'll see, though. No, they're just going to Dragon Pulse this again. Okay. I'm fine with that. We'll get rid of Ninjask. I think we go for a Hailstorm into Dragapult. And I think we bring in Solgaleo. Okay, so they have Gyarados. That's good to know, because that will resist the Cannonade damage. Or it'll be immune to the Cannonade damage, I should say. We're going to Hailstorm. And we're going to Rock Slide. Also, I don't think I saw Intimidate, so I think this is Moxie Gyarados. So, that is good to know. But we can always Hailstorm the Gyarados with Blastoise. We are at +2 special attack. So, there is that. we'll get rid of Dragapult here, which will put Solgaleo in a moderately decent position too. We've only seen the Dragon Pulse, but that doesn't mean they couldn't have, like, say, Thunder Wave or Will-O-Wisp, so good to get rid of. If they had Ally Switch, they never used it. That's a good amount of damage into Gyarados off Solgaleo. We'll take the Airstream. It's a good chunk into Blastoise too. That said, we are still at +2 on Blastoise, so that's okay. Yeah. I think we Hailstorm Gyarados. Ooh, it's Durant. Okay. That's interesting. Oh, no, don't want to do that to Durant. We want to do that to Gyarados. And we'll go Rock Slide. So, we'll go for Gyarados here. Whatever we do to Durant, we do to Durant. That said, it's Rock Slide that's going to be hitting it, so that should put Gyarados within KO range for Rock Slide. Though Durant's got a really high attack stat too, or at least a moderately high. I gotta look it up, because a Dark type attack getting Airstreamed, that might not be good for Solgaleo actually, now I'm thinking about it. No, they went for Bug Bite. Okay. So, we get rid of Gyarados. Alright, so I think we Spore them with Amoongus. I will say this, good to my opponent for bringing no restricteds. They got rid of they did get rid of my Indeedee. They got a good chunk to my Solgaleo, and they got me down to my last two. So, props to my opponent. They are doing a moderately good job. Okay, let's see. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to Protect and Spore. And then that should wrap it up. They did have Crunch. Okay. Why didn't they bring that out on the last turn? Because that would have been really bad for Solgaleo. Huh. Okay. But maybe what they were thinking was... They were probably thinking, now I'm in KO range for a Crunch. So... Maybe that's what they wanted to do. Pretty sure we're in KO range now for Cannonade is done. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure Cannonade just finishes off, but it doesn't. We can't really do anything with Amoongus. We're just going to Protect. And we're going to Sunsteel Strike. I mean, I could have Earthquaked, but let's go over the animation. The animation is fun. Yeah. Durant stays asleep. We're going to go for the Sunsteel Strike. And that just wraps this up pretty much. So, yeah. We get rid of Durant here. That's nice. Good game to my opponent. They did a really good job too, based off of what they had for their stuff. Yeah. They didn't have any single restricteds, so I can definitely respect that. Good game to my opponent. Alright, we have a Sun team with Venusaur, Incineroar, Groudon, Zacian, Thundurus, and Inteleon. Alright, so what do we want to do? Xerneas or Solgaleo is probably going to be needed here, because getting rid of Sleep Powder would be nice. Even Blastoise might not be a bad option, because we can always set the Hail. Let's see. I think we lead Indeedee. I think we lead Xerneas. Maybe Solgaleo in the back. And I think Entei. I think that's what we bring here. Yeah, because really, if they bring Venusaur and Groudon, what I want to do is I want to be able to redirect a Sleep Powder, Dynamax, get my Starfall. And the way how this Xerneas is EV'd, it will outspeed Venusaur with its Chlorophyll at +2. So that is something to keep in mind. Alright, so Venusaur and Inteleon. So I think what we'll do here, I think we'll go for the Geomancy. I think we'll go Follow Me. And then we'll Starfall into Inteleon. I think that's a moderately decent plan. And on the off chance that they Dynamax with Venusaur instead, I can always go for a Max Strike into them too and slow them down. Because even though it's not a Fairy type move at +2, that would be nice. Okay, so that's a Master Ball. I'm going to assume it's the shiny Venusaur on the field. Yep. That's a good logic. Okay, so what do they do here? So, is it Ooze or Vine Lash? I'm pretty sure it's Vine Lash. Xerneas avoided the Icy Wind. That's nice. Okay. Okay, so Inteleon has Icy Wind. Do I think they have a Focus Sash? Probably. So I could Max Strike the Venusaur, which would be nice, because that'll slow it down. Okay, Indeedee's gonna hang in there. Alright, they are Life Orb Venusaur. That's good to know. No, Indeedee does not hang in there, but that means I get Solgaleo in for free. So it also means I get Entei in for free. So what I could do, I could go for Snarl, and I could Dynamax and go for a Max Strike as well. And then this way too, the Snarl will lower their special attack, which is nice. And if they have Zacian Groudon in the back, I can always switch in Solgaleo for Entei to reset my choice move. That is something that we can do here, which is nice. And plus, by Max Striking the Inteleon, we guarantee that we get to move before the Venusaur and the Inteleon with Entei. On the off chance that there's some weird EVs going on here. So we get the Snarl off, that's great. Venusaur's at -1, which I like to see. We also have the +2 special defense. I don't like the Max Quake going into my Entei though, but we do get to live. So we're gonna find out how much damage Entei has. Entei's got 11 HP. Okay, so what we could do, there's the Groudon. There's Drought. I think we Starfall into the Groudon slot, and I think we bring in Solgaleo. And then this way too, we don't have to worry about Sleep Powder when Venusaur's Gigantamax wears off. And if Groudon doesn't protect, Groudon's in for a very rough time. Venusaur protected, but hey, we got Groudon right where we wanted it, so that's what I wanted to see. So what we could do is, if this is Zacian, we could still Max Strike. Yeah, we could Max Strike and then Sunsteel Strike. Because Venusaur's at -1, which is nice. Yeah. I think, well, here's the other thing too. Venusaur is also at -1 special attack. So I think we can Sunsteel Strike into Zacian. And I think we strike it just so that we get speed. So yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll get a speed drop into Zacian here. Solgaleo will go faster. We have the Misty Terrain in our favor. That's wonderful damage for a crit. Considering, you know, Zacian resists that. Venusaur's at -2, which is nice, so we don't have to worry about it going faster than Solgaleo. And we should be able to pick off Solgaleo, or Zacian at that range. Yeah. And then the other thing too is Zacian was a bigger threat to Xerneas, so they're gonna give me my weakness policy. That's nice. They do have a Quake boost, and they resist Dazzling Gleam, so it could be potentially possible that Xerneas might not pick it up with Dazzling Gleam. So that is one thing that I got to be weary of. That said, we definitely went for the Groudon there instead of the Venusaur as the right call. So we'll Sunsteel Strike the Venusaur and we'll go for the Dazzling Gleam, which I'm pretty sure that's enough damage. But yeah, my opponent forfeits. So we'll never know if that was enough, but hey. Well, I mean, damage calcs are everything, but hey. Anyways, good game to my opponent. Okay, we have a Calyrex and Kyogre team with Venusaur, Torkoal, Grimmsnarl, and Zapdos. Alright, so Eruption could potentially hurt, like a lot, but that's alright. They might set Trick Room with Calyrex, but I think we bring Xerneas and Indeedee. I think Solgaleo is okay here. Yeah, I think Indeedee is fine here, because I just had a bad thought too. If they lead Torkoal, Torkoal, I still don't like the Eruption. But that said, if they lead Torkoal, I'll get Geomancy before that. Alright, so I think maybe Entei. Blastoise looks nice, but I think maybe Entei, yeah. I was also thinking too, like Amoongus could potentially Spore the Kyogre if we run into Kyogre as part of their lead, but it's not the end of the world. What I could even do too if they lead Kyogre, if they lead Kyogre Venusaur, I could Geomancy. Hope they don't pick me off with the Water Spout, and maybe go from there. Okay, they led Calyrex and Zapdos. Alright, so that's alright for me. They can't Astral Barrage the Indeedee, which is alright. So I think maybe what I do, I think I Geomancy, and I think I Expanding Force. They might double into Xerneas, but I think they're going to assume I go Follow Me. And then this way, what I'm doing is... Okay, they went Hurricane. Never mind. They did double. I was gonna say, this way I potentially break their sash. That's not good. Alright, and they're going Trick Room. So Solgaleo's okay with that. Indeedee did a monstrous amount to Zapdos right there, which is nice. I highly doubt we get to live with Xerneas here, but I think we're going to Expanding Force again into Zapdos. Okay, they're going to withdraw Zapdos. That makes sense. Who's coming in? Kyogre. Okay. So we do get the Expanding Force. So that's some good chip damage into Kyogre there, which should make them be a little bit more weary of going for Water Spout. And we're going to get our Dazzling Gleam off. Okay, so Calyrex is a berry, alright. They left Indeedee around. And Trick Room is doing a phenomenal amount of damage. Also, we are Focus Sashed on Indeedee, and that is not broken yet. So I think we bring Solgaleo in, get big with Solgaleo. Dynamax and Max Quake, Calyrex. No, because they could potentially switch in Zapdos. I think what we do here, we Dynamax, we Rockfall, and we hit Calyrex. And also we go for Expanding Force. Yeah, we'll get rid of the sand, or get rid of the rain for sand. And then that way, that covers if we potentially see a Zapdos switch in. I mean, we could have Steelspike the Calyrex, but I don't know. Indeedee's just doing so much raw damage with Expanding Force, which I'm very happy with. And the nice thing too is because of the Expanding Force damage, we're gonna just do a lot straight to Kyogre. Yeah, so they do opt for the Origin Pulse instead. We're gonna get our Rockfall. Hopefully this is enough into Calyrex from its current range. It isn't. So I'm a little worried about an Astro Barrage here, but that's alright. Maybe. No, we lose Solgaleo. That's not good. Should have Max Quaked. Or Steel Spiked. Yeah, I should have Steel Spiked into the Calyrex, but hey. Trick Room is... Trick Room is actually paying off in Indeedee's favor. The sand damage is nice. Unless my opponent protects, Indeedee's set to take both of those as well, which is nice. We have 2 turns of Trick Room as well. We know there's Zapdos. We don't know what the last one is. Maybe Grimmsnarl, maybe Torkoal. The fact that they set Trick Room makes me think maybe Torkoal. But I don't know. We're going to Expanding Force and we're going to Sacred Fire. I'd rather Entei be locked into Sacred Fire on the off chance that Venusaur is around. Also, Protect is not going to save Kyogre here. Because basically now, Indeedee gets to pick off Calyrex. And depending on how much damage, Sand might even get Kyogre. Yeah. The Sand might get Kyogre here. No, Kyogre just barely holds on. Which, that's a thing, but hey. Let's see. Oh, it's Venusaur. Okay. So, we're going to Sacred Fire into Venusaur. We're going to Expanding Force. Indeedee's going to hit Venusaur before Venusaur gets to move. I'm kind of surprised with how this one's playing out, but hey, that's alright. Maybe they max? Yeah, I could see them maybe maxing and going for Entei. Indeedee's just being a champ this game. Yeah. They still have Zapdos in the back too, which I gotta be weary of. Yeah, so there's the Dynamax into the Venusaur. If they max guard, I might be okay. There we go, okay. So we're gonna get rid of Kyogre. That's awesome. Okay. Indeedee took down 2 restricteds in this match. Alright, so I do gotta watch out for Zapdos. But Entei should be able to do a lot with Sacred Fire. Also, the Psychic Terrain is gone too, so now there goes my spread move. But I think what I can do here, I think I can Sacred Fire into Venusaur, and I think I can Helping Hand. We'll see what this does. I've also gone for Sacred Fire in moments like this and missed, so let's hopefully not jinx it. Not enough. Oh, that's a weakness policy. Okay. So that's a thing. And there's the Max Quake. Okay, so that was a really weird game. And you know what? As disappointing as it is that I lost that game, Indeedee took down 2 restricted bonds. I kind of want to keep that in there just for that alone. Good game to my opponent, by the way. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this Solgaleo and Xerneas team in action. It took a little bit of practice, but I like to think I started getting more comfortable with the team towards the end of it. We played Reshiram and Kyogre in game 1. Unfortunately, I didn't have as much faith in Amoongus as I should have with that Koba Berry. We did live a Water Spout, so I probably could have gone for Sport onto the Kyogre, but I didn't. So that is one thing to consider there. Amoongus is one of those weird anomalies that can handle Kyogre there. So we could have Spored there. We did lose Solgaleo, unfortunately, but we did get rid of the Rain, which was probably a big thing there. My opponent then played Trick Room there after we had already set up Xerneas' Geomancy, but hey, we did a raw amount of damage with the Dazzling Gleam. We managed to get a crit on Bronzong, which was pretty lucky. We got rid of it before Trick Room expired. If they had Gyro Ball, though, that would have been really bad for Xerneas, but hey, we got to bring Reshiram right down to about 20%. We stalled out Trick Room and then picked it off there. Game 2, we actually played against a team with no restricteds, and my opponent did really good, all things considered. They brought me down to my Solgaleo and my Amoongus, and my Amoongus could not hit that Durant, so if they had gone for Crunch and landed it, I think they would have had it, because realistically, there is no way that Amoongus could have finished off the damage there. I don't think we would have been able to drag out Hail long enough, but hey, we got really lucky on that one. Game 3, we played against Sun, and that one I think was probably my favorite out of the set. We managed to keep Venusaur under control with that one Snarl from Entei. Xerneas getting Geomancy was wonderful, because although we lost Indeedee turn 1 due to the Vine Lash residual damage and the Icy Wind chip from Inteleon, We got Xerneas set up. We got really lucky in that sense. Man, this team got really lucky, all things considered, now I'm thinking about it. But we got Inteleon gone with a Max Strike that slowed down Venusaur. Entei picked off Inteleon with Snarl. Groudon came in. We Max Starfalled it, just sent that gone. And then finally Zacian was there. We took off Zacian there with Max Strike and Solgaleo. We even got Solgaleo's weakness policy procced. Pretty good time. And finally, that fourth match. Although it was a loss, I am very happy about that because Indeedee just went wild. We did a massive amount of damage to Zapdos. Indeedee picked off both Calyrex, Shadow, and Kyogre. So let that sink in. The literal shield that normally takes all the hits took down 2 restricted today. Good job, Indeedee. Anyways, guys, I'm very happy with how this played out there. I'm still climbing back up the Master Ball now that the month of May has kicked in, though this video is coming out a little bit later into May, but that's because I had some videos pre-recorded from the end of April, so that's why the matches were a little all over the place today. But hey, I had some fun today. I hope you guys did too. I will see you next time on my campaign to entertain.